come to an understanding. I'll take you back to Towers now.
No. I'll meet you there. I want to spend some time alone with my sister. Understanding.
I don't want to hurt you, Cassie. But why are you here?
I'm here because I wanted us all to move on, and I hope that you wanted that too.
I do. But we can't move on until we're honest about our feelings, and I am trying to be. Finally.
After months of Richard asking you to be honest about your feelings, Josh asking you, me. Now you want to deal with them.
Yes, I do. Because I've seen how ignoring them and pushing them aside for the sake of everyone else, I now see what that has done to everyone.
This isn't about everyone, Reva. This is about you controlling things. About you putting everyone else's lives on hold until you can figure out yours.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but everyone's lives are on hold. If there are unresolved feelings between me and Richard, it affects Josh. And it affects you, Cassie. And I don't want to see you get hurt. Please believe me.
I don't know how to believe you. I mean, with everything that's happened the past few months, you know, you keep making it seem like it's for everyone else's sake, when it always seems to be about you, and this is...
Well, you know, I've been denying my feelings for Richard for too long, and yes, I have been making it about everything and everyone else.
So you want him?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So nothing's changed. You still don't know what you want, but you want the world to stop until you figure it out. If you ever do.
I know that I should have dealt with this sooner. And I know that you all wanted me to be honest about my feelings. But let's be totally honest now, Cassie. Besides Richard, who really wanted to know? Because I think everyone just wanted this to go away.
No, you didn't want that, Reva, and you still don't. You're the one who can't let go.
Richard hasn't let go either.
Because you won't let him. Don't you see what this is doing to him?
What scares me the most is what this is doing to you, Cassie. Marrying Richard
when he's still in love with you. That's what you're thinking, so say it.
You deserve more. Don't marry him, Cassie, please. Just walk away.
No. Richard has been through too much because of you, and I'm not just going to walk away so you can hurt him again.
He needs to resolve these feelings as much as I do.
Where does Josh fit in all this? You keep saying this isn't about what you want. But do you even know anymore?
I wish more than anything that I could just snap my fingers and that all these feelings for Richard would disappear. I wish that I could wake up in the morning and say I love Joshua Lewis and only Joshua Lewis. Because I want it to be him.
You want it to be him.
I love him with all my heart. And if we could go on with our lives together, I would. But we'll never be happy again as long as there's a doubt.
So you just want to clean up the gray area in your life and leave Richard to pick up the pieces of his, just like last time.
Richard needs to deal with these feelings. We need a chance to deal with the feelings that we have for each other.
Especially when ignoring them means hurting you.
I just want to know how this is going to work. That's it. You tell me, how are you going to get close to Richard without destroying him?
I don't know. But we have to explore it, otherwise we're all going to be living a lie.
What does explore mean, Reva? What, are you going to spend some time with them, have a few dates, sleep with them, and then figure it out?
I can't answer that.
Well, and what about Josh? Are your feelings for him just going to go away, or do you have to run back to Josh to make sure?
Now, look, I know that what I'm doing may mean I lose Joshua forever, and that is the last thing in the world I want, but it's a risk I have to take.
I cannot believe this is happening.
I know, but I couldn't ask Josh to wait around for me. He couldn't do it. And Cassie, you cannot wait for Richard.
What?
He doesn't love you. I know that. Okay, I know. You keep saying that this is some kind of an arrangement, that this is about helping your kids and Richard's country.
That's right.
But I know you, Cassie. I hear you. I hear the way you talk about him, and I hear the way you defend him.
I just don't want to see him hurt again.
Yeah, well, this is worse than a loveless marriage.
Reva, drop it.
Cassie, you're in love with him, aren't you?
Yes. I love him.
I knew it. But you won't tell him.
You cannot say a word to him.
Cassie, listen to yourself. You won't even tell the man how you feel, and yet you're planning on spending the rest of your life with him?
Well, they're my feelings to tell. And if you do it for me, I will never forgive you. Can't you look past your own needs and acknowledge the fact that there might have been something going on or said between me and Richard? And you just can't call and be a part of it? No, you cannot say anything. If you do, it'll be the worst betrayal. Reva, give me your word.
I do, but Cassie, you have to deal with this.
I have been dealing with this.
By marrying him? When he can't possibly love you
Can we
back?
not talk about me, please? Let's talk about Richard. Because you seem to think that he's going to be mourning you for the rest of his life.
No, that's not what I said.
You think that he can't go on without you?
No. Not as long as there's these unresolved feelings between us, no. None of us can move on until we deal with it, Cassie. You know that.
I know that he has feelings for you, and he probably always will, because you were married, you're the mother of his child. You had a very passionate relationship, okay?
Then you have to understand why this has to be resolved. Once and for all.
You can't tie up feelings nice and neatly. You know, there isn't always an end to them or a resolution. No matter what you do, sometimes you just have to move on. It just takes time.
And falling in love with someone else. That's what you're hoping Richard will do. That he'll fall in love with you someday.
You don't know where Richard is in his life right now.
What do you mean?
He was getting on with his life. I saw him happy. More and more each day, he was happy. And I know that we could have a wonderful life together. He cares about me, Reva. And I was helping him move on.
Now you sound like Olivia.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Don't be, because you know this is all about your feelings, so.
How did this happen, Cassie? How did we drift so far apart?
I don't know.
I miss you. I miss you too. I know that we can't work this all out today. But tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Can't we just put the problems aside for one day?